Mi-Soul.
Interesting. So let's talk about the Margate Soul Festival then,
Yes.
because I mean it's a bit crazy. You were here in the spring, and now obviously the summer, and then you're coming back again late summer to play with Mi-Soul at the Margate Soul Festival, which is going to be an amazing gig. I've DJ'd there for the last 3 years.
Wow.
You're going to love it.
Yes.
You are. I mean, the whole vibe in Margate is just amazing. If the weather's brilliant, which it has been for the last couple of years, it takes on a whole new direction.
Right.
You know, do you get a chance to play these sort of kind of festival gigs much?
I love them. Now, we haven't done a lot lately. We've over the years we've done some. I think we played. It was a while back. We played in Southampton or something down there, and Brighton. You know, but yeah, I love festivals. I mean, I think we played in Copenhagen about 4 years ago for the Vanguard festival over there.
Yeah.
But I love festivals. One is because you get a chance to hear other musicians play. Everybody's kind of chilled out. It's vendors, there's food, there's people, you know. It's just like, I love it.
I mean, it's great there as well because it's, you know, it's sort of kind of revitalised the town there a little bit, this festival, as it's been growing over a period of years. Wow. And so it's a really interesting place to visit. But the thing is, when you go to them, and when you know that all of the people that are there all have a like mind and everybody's there for a similar reason, you know you're going to have a good time. You know what I mean? And the Brits, when they go to the Seaside, they like to party. You know, so you can absolutely guarantee nailed on it's going to be a great show.
Oh I can't wait. I'm excited. And I'm off, you know, so I school and all that stuff because I teach as well. And so my lovely knucklehead children will be home with beating on their parents for a while. So I'll get a chance to go and enjoy myself.
How do you find the sort of kind of balance between the two if you're teaching? Is it difficult to do? What do you teach?
I teach music. I mean, I teach instrumental music, marching band, choir, and guitar, and
in Washington.
And audio tech. And it's in a low income community, which I think the arts are very, very important to give these children a chance to do something else. It's very hectic, you know. It's a long day every day, but music has changed behavior, changed grades, you know, changed attitudes about themselves. You know, and being able to have more programs, you know, that you can, you know, because math and science and all that's wonderful, and it's all connected to music. So, you know, showing them the connection, you know, and how these things all work, and culturally about their own culture and that kind of thing. So it's been great. I mean, I've had some pretty intense moments, you know, there teaching. But in some very rewarding and unforgettable moments.
And without being too political, because obviously we live in odd times at the moment. But do you get? Is there grant support, for instance, from the federal government for you to run these programs and so on?
Yes.
How does that work?
Well, they have one thing. They have a summer youth program, which is funded by the federal government, where they actually pay the kids to be in band. And to do music during the summer, and some it spreads over to some of the school year. There are lots of organizations that I know personally that help me personally by donating instruments and guitars, and the NAMM Association came to my school and showered me with guitars and picks and stuff, and so there's lots of accessibility to getting grants and funding, and of course I put my own money into it as well. But it doesn't matter as long as we can provide the services for the children, because that is consistent. You know, that's my biggest concern. Without the government, I mean, the government has whatever it does, but I don't really rely on that piece. I rely on people like I'll call Herbie Hancock and say, hey man, I need some money. Hey. Or, you know, it's a gentleman, Brett Murray, he has a company called Concerts for Causes, where we actually go out into the community and do concerts to raise money for instruments and reeds and drumsticks and whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Herbie Hancock is a UN ambassador for jazz, isn't he?
Yes, he
And
is.
sits at the top of the International Jazz Day table, if
Yes.
you like.
Yes.
So I guess he's a pretty handy person to know
Yeah.
if you need pointing in the right direction. Interestingly, we were talking about Ronnie Scott's a bit earlier on. They do a music amnesty every year where they invite musicians like yourselves to donate instruments, and then they send them to various different places in the UK and abroad as well, which I've always found really fascinating. We go to the club there, and they do it on like a Saturday morning, and everybody all just piles up in the street in the middle of Soho, dropping off drum kits and cymbals, and sticks and keyboards and all sorts of stuff. And when they replenish the house instruments of the place, the old drum kits go out, and that kind of stuff. And, it's amazing, really.
That's wonderful. I also another organization called Little Kids Rock. That's Eric Clapton.
Right.
And so that's where they get a lot of the guitars I come from. So there's lots of stuff. You just got to go out there and find it. My concept of a CEO is a person that goes find the money, find how to make stuff work. And so as I'm moving out of education, eventually, I'm going to be setting up my own foundation through K-West Industries to do these things and sponsor young people to win. Because we also have scholarships, for college, grants that they don't have to pay back, that $10,000 or whatever.
Like a bursary then?
Yeah, so that they can continue with the education. Because a lot of our students don't have the finances to go to college, and I'm adamant about starting music with these young people when they're young. It's hard in high school. Just to like 9th grade to 12th grade, that's 4 years. You will not, unless you're absolutely exceptional, you're going to struggle when you get to college, because the kids that you're playing with have been playing since they were 5 or 6. It's much like sports. If you play whatever you play, if you've been playing since you were 7 or 8 years old, by the time you're 18, you are pretty accomplished at that. So that's the goal for the music, is to really start it earlier, so that they'll have that experience and learn how to read and do all the other things with it. So when they get to college, they won't seem so honest for them, because they'll get there and they'll call me, "Oh, Mr. Killgo, you didn't tell me, man, these guys can die, can't play, because they're really way behind. And so I feel bad, because I want them to go, but I don't want them to get frustrated, because if they stop playing, then they won't get it at all. So, I've had to try to, convince them, well, just calm down, breathe, hang in there, get with somebody who can play and learn what they learn. Don't just throw it in the towel. But sometimes young people, they how they are.
What I find really interesting is you've kind of gone full circle, because let's not forget, you were a teenager when Donald Byrd found you guys. So you're sort of kind of moving from being, being recruited, if you like, into becoming a mentor and doing the whole thing yourself now. It's almost like some kind of perpetual circle. Yeah,
I believe in the philosophy of going out to get young people, because young people, without someone who can help lead the way, may not have a chance. He came and saw he liked what we did, but he taught us a lot of stuff. We didn't really know anything. We were talking about laughing with Larry the other day about when we first started recording. And we played a couple of songs or whatever. Went to the studio, went back to hear the playback, and we hear this doom, doom. What? Who's playing bongos out there? And there's nobody's in the studio. It was my bass drum, because I didn't know how to muffle it, so it wouldn't ring, and it was ringing through the whole song. So, learning like that and being exposed to it is how I learn. So what I have to give to somebody else. It's no good dying with me, you know what I mean? So that's why I want to expose as many kids as I can, to.
Amazing. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming in. It's been an absolute honour to talk to you. And it's going to be great to catch up with you again in Margate. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah,
it's going to be brilliant. And if the show is even half as good as the gigs at Ronnie Scott's, it will just be amazing. And these guys are in for a real treat.
Yeah, the band is psyched, man. So they're pumping. They say, "Oh, when is it? When is it?" I'm like, "Come on, you got another month or so, you'll be all right."
My Soul.
Now that's the good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.